Welcome back to Game Day Jays. I'm your host, Nick Jambrosic. And man, oh man, if you told me going into Philadelphia, top team in baseball, that we'd come out with the series split the way we've been playing, I'll take it. 11 times out of 10, 100 times out of 10, I will take it. We actually played some pretty damn good baseball yesterday. Chris Bassitt is finally finding his groove. That's back-to-back starts now that he has improved tenfold. He is getting back to the old Bassitt. Same thing with Gosman too. I feel like that start of the year, or that late spring training start for Gosman was a little difficult for him to come out, and maybe Bassitt was having a bit of the same problems as well, but man, he was dialed yesterday. Absolutely dialed. 6.1 innings pitched. Let's just go over some of the stats. 3 hits, 2 earned runs. And that second earned run, he came out of the game. I think bases were loaded. Pop got that fly out, but got out of the inning. 6 strikeouts. Man, Bassitt, keep this up. We need it right now. But the big thing is, anytime that starting pitcher comes out of the game right now, I'm getting nervous. Our bullpen is, working its way back. We were bitten with the injury bug a little bit. It was nice to see, I think Jimmy was in the other day. Mesa's back. He's been pitching a lot. Well, I don't want to say back. But yeah, Mesa was in yesterday. And one thing I think we need to have a talk about is Romano. Jordan Romano. Is he a closer? Yes, his numbers have been real good with Toronto. And he's, broken some stats and he's done a good job since he's been here, but I need to close my eyes now when I start watching him pitch. Last year, he was struggling with the breaking ball, and I really feel that to be an effective closer, you need to have not only a wicked fastball, which he does have. It's not quite as lively as it was when he first came into the league, but he still can get it up 98, 99 when he needs to. But you need to have a wipeout breaking ball. He does not. He has that little slider curveball, whatever you want to call it, and it hangs. It's one of those pitches that if he's throwing it well, which is maybe 20% of the time, that other 80% of the time, it just doesn't bite as hard. And if you've pitched, you know that spin rate's not always the same. Sometimes you get a real good feel for that, and you got like that crisp bite on the ball. And his has a tendency just to sit there. And when he misses, he doesn't miss in good spots. He leaves it down the middle. And he gets burned on it more often than not. And I really thought Philly was either going to tie the game or take the lead in the 9th inning. And we weren't going to have enough to come back from it. So, going forward, I know he's going to be our closer for the rest of the season. That's just how it's going to be. But after this year, we might have to have a serious talk and consider the potential he might not be that 9th inning guy. I still want him on this team, but maybe in the 7th or 8th inning. Give him the heart of the order, or give him that part of the order that's a little weaker. I mean, if the, let's say the 2, 3, 4 hitters are coming up in the 9th inning, maybe put them for those 7, 8, 9 guys in the 8th inning instead to set up Jimmy Garcia, who's clearly been extremely hot this year, to handle that higher intensity and more pressure situation. But that's just some food for thought. That's just kind of where I'm standing with Jordan Romano. I still hope he's, the guy this year, but man, he needs to not miss with that slider curveball in hittable spots. So hopefully he gets a little better with that. And just utilize that fastball more often. I mean, if that pitch isn't working for you, and you generally get a good idea in the bullpen, it is different when you get out into the game situation. Intensity's there, and you have the adrenaline, but that's something I want to see him work on. Other than that, let's go to the offense. I mean, we had 12 hits, 9 of them off of Aaron Nola. That guy is a hell of a pitcher, and to get 9 hits and 4 earned runs off of him is just spectacular. We're starting to see this team find something. They're finding anything that they can right now. I didn't really get to watch the game too closely. I had to watch it while I was at work yesterday, so I'm not going to go too much in depth. But man, this team looked better. The attitude looked better on the field. Sure, it's easier to be happy when you're winning and when you're hitting, something that they haven't been doing. But to see a guy like Vladdy go 3 for 3 to start the game is just fantastic. His swings, patience, and approach in the box are so much better. And hopefully that's going to lead to more balls out of the park, because when you start hitting it hard, they go out when you don't try to hit them out. And he's got that power to do so. So Vladdy, keep that same approach. I've been noticing it for the last couple weeks, and you're getting there. Bassitt, still struggling. But it was nice to see a little bit of vintage Bassitt with that oppo field single to cash in a run. I'm sure that felt great. But been demoted to the 6th spot. I think that's good. You gotta, let them know, hey, I don't care who you are. And I feel this way with any sport, no matter who you are. You could be Wayne Gretzky in his prime. If you're not scoring goals, or if you're not producing the way you should be, someone else is going to take your spot. Nobody cares who you are. And it's nice to, let him grind in the 6th spot. Like, hey, work your way back up. We know who you are. We know what you can do, but there's guys in the team that are better than you right now. And hopefully that, sparks them to say, shit, I gotta get things going. But Kevin Kiermaier, fantastic game yesterday. Like, he was even celebrating running down the bases. So that was awesome to see. Another 3-hit game by a Blue Jay. Davis Schneider, 2 hits yesterday and an RBI plus a walk. This team just found something to win, especially against these scary Philadelphia Phillies. Now, moving on later in the week, going on to tomorrow, let's check the pitching matchup now. We have Yusei Kikuchi on the mound. That guy, I love watching him pitch because he just has that energy that is just infectious. And I'm hoping this team is thirsty, because not only do I want some of that delicious scotch, I'm sure the rest of the team does too. So let's give Kikuchi another good offensive performance tomorrow. We're going up against Ryan, 1-2 with a 3.5 ERA, against our new arch rivals, the Minnesota Twins. We're playing them at home though, and we got the mothers in attendance this weekend. So let's put on a show for all the moms out there, and hopefully win a series. If not, get a series sweep. Going on a little later in the series, we got Kevin Gausman pitching on Saturday, and the big one on Sunday. I mean, his mom was in attendance, his very first MLB game, and look what he did there. So I know for a fact she's going to be in attendance on Sunday. So Alek Manoah, please, for the love of God, can you have a good start? Please. I like the change in attitude this year. It just seems that you've come into the year reborn. I still think it's way too early. I wanted to see a good 2, really 3 months of AAA ball, and you playing good AAA ball before we even gave you the promotion back into the major leagues. I think that's something you really needed to gain that confidence back and just put in the work, Get back to that feeling of when you were, 17, 18, really trying to give it your all and show that you have what it takes to get signed by a major league club. So that first start wasn't great. You did show good things, but one thing I hate about watching him pitch is that he just falls off so aggressively after he throws the ball. He's just not, I know the fielding position doesn't matter in this game anymore. Like, you don't need pitchers, in a ready position after they throw. It's just not part of the pitching mechanics anymore, and they will slightly fall off to one side or another. But it just seems like he has no control over his body. I know he's a big guy and it's a lot of weight and mass behind him, but I want to see him get a little sharper. I know Pete's going to be grinding with him, and you see him talking to all the other pitchers on the bench. So hopefully he's just going to buckle down and, continue grinding. Even after he was giving up the runs, yeah, he showed like he was pissed off. Who wouldn't be? But he's learning. And I got to give him credit for that, because before, I don't even think he'd look anyone in the eyes. And the fact that he was sitting down and taking, constructive feedback from the other guys on the team is showing me a good thing. But hey, we're not going to have Yariel Rodriguez out for the entire season. So he knows this might not last forever. And let's see him have a good start. So hopefully we take a nice 2-1 series win, if not 3-0. Probably have a video out Saturday morning since I got a stag tomorrow night. So I'll try to watch as much of the game as I can. I'll tape it, go through it all, and let's get a good start to the series. Started off with a dub. And again, thank you guys for watching. I know you're probably sick and tired of hearing it because every single channel says it, but please like, subscribe, comment. Let's get some people on the show. Come on. I'm trying my best here. I'm going to try to get some more graphics and try to bring some more life to this channel. So hope you enjoy the content. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.